Episode 1 of Seeing the Invisible by John Kravatka and published by the Greater Boston Manufacturing Partnership. Episode 1 will be a dive into safety and the single point lesson plans associated with that and some of the most important single point lessons available. In life, everything begins with safety, or should. Most people like to go home at night and be safe. Looking at the block, this next area covers basic skills of safety and mistake proofing. So we're going to talk about emergency stops. We need to make sure that the emergency stops can be found quickly and easily in an emergency. They must be labeled with the NFPA 79 yellow emergency stop label behind the switch. Emergency stop backgrounds are very inexpensive, and they only take a few minutes to install. And when they really need to come into use, they're priceless. When we find and correct a safety problem, we need to communicate this with as many people as possible who are involved in this issue. But even ones that aren't involved can benefit by these single point lessons. Single point lessons for safety are possibly the most useful and beneficial of all the single point lesson plans. Voltage testing. The NFPA, National Fire Protection Association, requires that you test your meter on a known voltage source before and after using it. Putting up testing stations at or near the electrical cabinets for non-contact sensing devices makes great sense. They are wonderful tools for troubleshooting and identifying energized circuits. In this single point plan, everything's checked. Basic skills, countermeasures, accessibility, safety, mistake proofing, and productivity. Arc flash can kill you. Arc flash labeling should be located at equipment where qualified employees can clearly identify the voltage, phase, and the minimum level of personal protective devices needed. It's critical that prior to being exposed to energized equipment, qualified employees must verify that de-energizing the equipment is unfeasible, not simply inconvenient. Refer to OSHA Subpart S in the electrical safety in the workplace guidelines, NFPA 70E, for specifications and obligations. This single point lesson is for basic skills, safety, and productivity. Lockout tagout is serious business. The lesson covers basic skills, safety, and mistake proofing. Make sure to utilize machine-specific lockout tagout procedures. Ask for training if you do not understand the lockout tagout procedures. Guards and interlocks are there for a reason. Do not try to work against them. Always resolve the safety issues first. By using root cause analysis and allowing the safety devices to operate as intended, exposure to injuries will be greatly reduced. Machine-specific controls are a component of a comprehensive safety program. During machine installations, procedures must be developed to identify specific energy control locations that control different energy sources, like electrical, pneumatic, hydraulic, and steam. Once developed, these procedures should be validated. If you are not sure, call an expert. This single point lesson includes basic skill, accessibility, safety, and productivity. The picture on the left points out a safety violation. Carts and other materials should not be placed in front of electrical disconnects. This area needs to remain clear. The picture on the right illustrates a clear access aisle to the electrical panels. Inform your supervisor if you notice anything obstructing access to the electrical panels. Areas in front of these panels must be identified and kept clear. This not only demonstrates what the area in front of the panel should look like, but it also encourages employees to report obstructed areas to a supervisor. The picture on the right also shows the type of taping that should be used to outline the area in front of the electrical cabinets. Transformer safety. This single point lesson covers basic skill, accessibility, and safety. High voltage transformers must be treated with a great deal of respect. They should be outlined and clear of all obstructions. Items such as tools, food, drinks, and paperwork should not be placed on top of transformers. As the transformers are trying to auto-cool, anything on top will cause them to overheat. Any spilled liquids will seep into the transformer and come into contact with the high voltage inside it. The lower picture clearly shows what the area around the transformer should look like.